There's something magical about growing food with your own hands. You don't need acres of land. You don't even need a big backyard. Sometimes all it takes is a simple bucket. Maybe you live in an apartment with a small balcony. Maybe you've always wanted a garden, but thought you didn't have the space. Here's the truth. You can grow real, delicious vegetables anywhere. All you need is sunlight, a little care, and the right containers. Today, let's talk about the easiest vegetables you can grow in buckets or containers, the ones that don't need fancy soil or huge space. Just a little love and consistency, and by the end, you might look at that old plastic bucket in your home and think, maybe it's time to grow something beautiful. 1. Lettuce. The fastest reward. Let's start with something simple, something that grows almost faster than you can eat it. Lettuce. There's a reason every beginner gardener falls in love with lettuce. It's forgiving. It grows in partial sun, and it doesn't need deep soil, just 6 to 8 inches. You can grow it in a bucket, a pot, or even a recycled food container. The best part? You don't have to wait months. Within 25-30 days, you'll see tender green leaves ready to harvest. Just snip the outer leaves, and it keeps growing back again and again. Imagine stepping out to your balcony in the morning, scissors in hand, cutting fresh lettuce for your breakfast sandwich. No supermarket, no plastic bag, just pure freshness grown by you. That's how gardening hooks you. One small taste of success. Tomatoes, the sunshine lovers, now. If lettuce teaches you patience, tomatoes teach you joy. They're the rock stars of container gardening, bright, fragrant, and full of life. Tomatoes love the sun, at least 6 hours of it. They need a little more space, so a 5-gallon bucket works perfectly. Add nutrient-rich soil, a stake for support, and a handful of compost every few weeks. You'll watch tiny yellow flowers appear. Then small green marbles that slowly blush red under the sun. The first time you pick your own tomato, you'll understand what real flavor means. Store-bought tomatoes can't compare because the ones you grow carry your time, your care, and your patience in every bite. And once you've grown one tomato plant successfully, you'll never look at a store shelf the same way again. 3. Radishes. The 3-week miracle if you're someone who loves quick results. Radishes are your perfect partner. They grow fast, sometimes ready in just 20 days. They're like nature's little reward for being curious. All they need is a 10-inch deep bucket, loose soil, and moderate sunlight. You sprinkle the seeds, cover them lightly, and water gently. Then you wait. Not for long. Within a week, you'll see the first green shoots breaking through. There's something satisfying about pulling a radish from the soil. That crisp snap, that bright red color against the earth. It's a reminder that small effort can still bring instant joy. And the leaves? You can eat those too. Nothing goes to waste in a container garden, only growth, patience, and reward. 4. Spinach, the everyday superfood. Some plants don't just feed you, they nourish you. Spinach is one of them. It's rich in iron, vitamins, and the kind of green that makes you feel healthy just by looking at it. Spinach grows easily in shallow containers and doesn't need too much sun. In fact, it prefers cool mornings and soft shade in the afternoon. The secret to spinach is consistent harvesting. Don't wait too long, or it'll turn bitter. Pick a few leaves regularly, and new ones will take their place. Before you know it, your single bucket will be giving you salads, smoothies, and side dishes every week. You'll feel proud every time you say, "I grew that." 5. Carrots, the underground artists. Most people think carrots need big garden beds, but in truth, they're perfectly happy in deep buckets. Use a tall container, fill it with loose, sandy soil, and make sure it drains well. Carrots don't like hard or clumpy dirt. They want freedom to stretch downward. The magic of carrots is that you don't see them growing. You water, you wait, and all the action happens underground. Then one morning, you pull one up, and there it is, bright orange and perfectly shaped. That quiet moment, soil on your hands, fresh carrot in your fingers. It's a simple joy that no supermarket can give you. 6. Green onions, the endless harvest. If you want a plant that never stops giving, start with green onions. All you need is a bucket and a few onion bulbs or kitchen leftovers. Plant them about 2 inches apart. Water lightly, and in a week, you'll see green shoots. Cut the greens when they grow tall, and they'll keep growing back again and again. It's like having an endless cycle of flavor right outside your window. You can add them to soups, eggs, or even salads. And each time you'll remember, this flavor came from my garden. Peppers. A splash of color peppers are like fireworks in your garden. Small, bright, and full of life. They come in every color: red, yellow, green, even purple. And they're surprisingly easy to grow in containers. Use a bucket about 12 inches deep. Give them plenty of sunlight and keep the soil moist, but not soggy. You'll start seeing tiny buds after a few weeks. Then those buds will bloom into the colorful peppers we love. Every gardener has a moment when they see their first pepper turning red, and they feel a burst of pride. It's not just a vegetable. It's a sign that you did it right. Potatoes, the hidden gold. One always surprises beginners. Yes, you can grow potatoes in a bucket. In fact, they thrive there. All you need is a deep container with good drainage. Place a few seed potatoes at the bottom, cover them with soil, and as they sprout, keep adding more soil. It's called hilling, and it encourages more potatoes to form below. You'll know it's time to harvest when the leaves start yellowing. Dump the bucket. Sift through the soil, and there they are, your own homegrown potatoes. There's something almost childlike about digging through the dirt and finding treasure. That's the magic of container gardening. It turns even an old bucket into a box of gold. The secret ingredient: care no matter what vegetable you choose. Remember this: the bucket doesn't grow the plant. You do. Your care, your attention, your patience. That's what brings life to the soil. When you water gently, when you turn the bucket for sunlight, when you whisper a small hope into the leaves, it all adds up. Gardening is not just about growing food. It's about slowing down, connecting, and remembering that nature rewards the patient heart. You don't need a big garden to grow something meaningful. You just need to start one bucket, one seed, one moment of curiosity. Maybe it's lettuce this week, maybe next month. It's tomatoes. And before you know it, your small balcony or porch will be full of life. Because gardening isn't about space, it's about spirit. And once you begin, you'll realize that growth doesn't just happen in your plants. It happens inside you too.